Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Booga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane. How's it going tonight, Sally?
It is going wonderful. I am so happy to be here with my producer, of course, and with you, all my YouTube family and friends. My favorite hour of the week, always, always, always. I hope all of you have had a good week, and I think I've had a fairly good week. I've had a very busy week. Um, so I wanted to let you guys know that we will be filming. I know I've said this before, but we decided that after the show, we're going to continue on and film some videos for YouTube that we can put up on a number of topics. Of course, we want to look at Ukraine. I want to go into my vision in depth on the Ukraine situation. I think I'd like to do another video on Trump. And I'd also like to put it out to you guys. Who would you like to see me do a video on? What situation? Okay. And I am working on developing some classes. I think I might teach a couple psychic development classes, which are 1-day classes over the summer, and then get into the tarot and the palm in the fall. Of course, I will be offering the classes only, no accommodations. And you'll to be announced later on. Keep an eye on our webpage. That would be sallydiane.com. I hope you all visit there. We'll try and keep it up to date. Anyhow, I'm ready to get on with it. And I see we have so many people there.
Well,
Okay.
hello everybody. Patricia, hi Priestess, Marianne, Bianca, Chris, nice to see y'all. Welcome, Marcy. Thank you for moderating. Tabitha is here. Sorry, Tabitha Joe. Hello, Toyah. Hi, Ava. And the next or first question comes from Patricia.
Patricia, who wants to see what her spirit guides have to say for her. And you know, I have had such luck with the Northeast Southwest. I think I'm going to continue on with that. Okay, hi, Howard. It's nice to see you. And of course, we'll do your general question. As you can see, we have a lineup, starting with Patricia. And boy, howdy, they just want to say a lot to you. Let me just real quick put out the Northeast Southwest. I'm going to put this aside. And, the theme behind this particular card is one of healing. The Five of Swords isn't actually the nicest of cards, but in this particular deck, there is this element of being in a healing process. And I think that has to do with you. And the word tough skin comes through. So I think that the universe is toughening you up. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes, the universe has been toughening you up. Look at these cards for you, Patricia. Your guys are telling you that you are on the right path. I'll get to this, but I want to do it in Northeast Southwest order. Okay, and keep in mind this is for entertainment purposes only. If I say anything medical, it's just what I see in the tarot cards. I'm not trying to diagnose you, and I'm not qualified to diagnose you. Anyhow, the one thing that I see in your north, in your grounding, in your current reality, your guides are saying is the world. So you're on the right path. You know, every journey begins with a single step. You're at the beginning of your path, but you are on the path that will lead you to the balance that you want and the things that you want to achieve. As we're coming into the now, you've got the Queen of Wands. So the Spirit's telling you that you've already got some affirmations. You've already got some good news going forward because it feels like there's certain confidence there, a certain motivation. So something's gotten you going, rolling, and going forward, and your spirit guides are cheering you on. They're telling you that you are where you can be happy, and you need to get the home and the work situation balanced out, because the third thing they'll be sending you is love, and I think that's going to be later on in this year. So it's the Tiger year. Tiger years expect us to do things quickly. So have at her. I was trying to think of what was the word that Mary Poppins used to say. Spit. Oh, I can't remember. Anyhow, make sure you put one foot in front of the other and move, move, move. And saying you're going to have a very busy three months ahead of you. it looks like you're going to be meeting some quite influential people over the next little while. And now I'm going to get to this Nine of Swords. And this Nine of Swords is talking about you coming into a period maybe of sleepless nights, but it feels like a physical thing. I feel almost sweaty. So I'm going to be embarrassed if this is just change of life thing. But I really feel like your blood pressure is going up. I don't feel like it's anything like crepe hanging bad, but I really feel like you've got something going on that you need to be in contact with a doctor about. And I think it is something as simple as high blood pressure. Anyhow, Patricia, good on you. I know that the universe was beating you up last year, but it looks like it wants to be kinder to you this year. Okay. So our next, okay, can you see what's above that? Yeah, just need you to scroll up a little bit. Oh, there, click. Got it. There we go. Okay, so it's High Priestess Tarot. Oh, what is the secret I might find out with Chris in May? You are, oh, naughty, naughty, naughty. You're not supposed to be looking at people's secrets. So, what secret I might find with Chris in May? Well, are you and Chris going through somebody's underwear drawer? Somebody's medicine chest? Well, let's see what the Chris secret is. I know I'm just having fun. I think I'm funny. Sometimes I am, and sometimes I'm not. Okay, High
Been
Priestess
watching
Tarot.
too much baggage. What's in this person's bag? Bag number 1.
Oh no. Okay, so secrets we're gonna find with Chris. All right. Sounds like there's a little bit of an adventure there. I'm sure there's a story behind it. Okay, so when we look at the base of it, there's this idea of working together, collaboration, a good match set of skills. Is what I feel like. So this must be some sort of investigation you're doing. Cool, cool. Okay, and in your east, in the messages that you've been getting, you have the King of Wands. So it looks like this collaboration with Chris has come up in the not too distant past. He seems to be a real gung ho kind of person. Good to have in the year of the tiger. He's got some fire to him and will push forward. I think that in this whole situation, you need to make sure that your voice is heard, because I think that Chris can be a little bit of a bulldozer. Okay, so in the South, in your passion, in the emotionality of it, you have the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups is about satisfaction, getting what you want. In this case, it's reversed, so there's a little bit of a pouring out there too. I think you might be expecting something that's a 10 that actually turns out to be about a 4. Okay, so there is a little bit of a fizzle there. But let's see in the West what way this is flowing. Oh, look at that. And you have the High Priestess. And that says, you have your own agenda here, and you have your thoughts about where this collaboration is going with Chris. And the tarot is backing you up, saying that your instincts are right here. Okay, as far as the secrets that you're going to find out, not as exciting as you think, but it does put together a strong working relationship, because there's a good collaboration there. Okay, so thank you. See who's next.
Marianne is next and wants to know about April.
Ooh, April. It's not too far away.
No, it's
4
not.
days. 4 days. My goodness.
Really? 4 days?
Yeah.
Wow.
Monday, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st. 4 days. And then it's April, no fooling. And maybe a little fooling. Okay, so we're just going to leave that guy out there for Marianne. As far as you would like to know is coming towards you in April. And this feels like this is a little bit of a side issue, this Knight of Cups. And he's a reverse, so he might have a bit of a sob story to him, too. So let's see your Northeast, Southwest in April. So you have your grounding, you have messages coming in, you have your passion, and you have the flow of things. So in your grounding and your reality, you've got the Page of Swords, but it's the Page of Swords reversed. So it almost feels like an unweaving and unraveling. So in April, I think this might be on the agenda, there's kind of a lot of damage control. It feels like you're undoing damage in April. And that's what the whole challenge is for you. And it doesn't feel like you're too happy about it either. But who would be? Yeah, as you're going in and as you're getting the messages, it does start on a little bit of a sour note, which I guess goes to that whole idea of undoing and repairing in April, because you're getting you're getting messages about things not kind of going the way you want them to go. But let's see what the passion and the emotion holds for you. Oh, well, you've been distracted. Okay, so in the area of passions and emotions, you've got the Five of Coins. And the Five of Coins is sometimes about being on the inside, on the outside looking in. There's this idea of not being in the inner circle, but there's also this idea of having somebody next to you. So there's still that support group. So it says, yeah, it might not be the best month in the world, but you won't be alone. And when this comes in, this is a set aside manner. So I think that at work, you're going to be in repair mode for a little bit, because this has a real career feel to it. But there's this idea about relationships, and that's a totally different animal. You know, I did describe the Knight of Cups as, I think that you've got somebody who's is well intended sometimes, but can be a bit of a fool sometimes. Okay, so let's look at the West and how things flow. And you've got the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is reversed, just like the Knight is reversed. So you've got somebody. Relationships in April go well. I think that work's going to be very high stress. Relationships go well, but it's kind of you're both and a kind of it's kind of in a little bit of a ditch, kind of a little bit of a down tick. So you're both kind of looking at frustrations and not being able to move ahead as fast as you want. So there's this idea of kindred spirits, and I see it not just between these two, both reversed, and my eye is pulled by the ship, which lets me know that things you want to achieve in April, you're going to have to postpone, because there's that delay of accomplishment around you. Okay, but love actually goes well in April. You got to have something, right? So thank you for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you every week, as I do look forward to seeing all of you. Okay, so who's next?
Bianca is next. She wants to know what's going on in April.
Oh, yeah, with love and work.
I missed that part.
Bianca has a plan. Bianca has a life plan. That's what the cards told me. You've got a road ahead, and you know which way you want to go on this. You know where you want to end up. Okay, Bianca. Bianca and love and work. Let's just do another Northeast, Southwest. I think I'm going to stick with that. So we have Bianca's grounding, messages coming in, her passion, and the way things flow. So in the North, the area of grounding, we've got the falling tower. Okay, so what that means, it's reversed. Okay, so when the tower comes around, there is a bit of a setback. There is destruction. When it's right side up, that destruction is really harsh and it just tears everything apart. The imagery there is of the Tower of Babel being struck down by lightning. But this is reversed, so it's definitely not that dramatic. but it does feel like there's been delays. There's been kind of step backs, but I think there's also this idea of narrow misses. It's like as you're coming into this cycle of your life, you've just missed disaster by that much. That much counts. It's still a miss. So if we look at the messages and coming in, ooh. Okay, so Bianca, whatever you've done to set yourself up for a promotion or a job offer, it's coming through, and it feels like maybe you've forgotten about asking about certain things, or you just don't see it yet. Because there's that idea of a big opportunity being there for you, but you're blind to it right now. So no matter how pessimistic you feel about things right now, know that there's something really good coming your way, and I mean this big of a coin good. Okay, so let's see, in your passion and your emotionality, you've got the King of Swords, and it's the King of Swords reversed. And you did ask about work and love, and I think that I think you may have had obstacles and kind of blockades in both. Although work is breaking free in the area of love, you've got the King of Swords reversed, and he's a worrisome one because he's it's not somebody you can really trust. Keep in mind this is for entertainment purposes only. But when you get the King of Swords reversed, right side up, he can be a little prickly. He can be a little he can be a little judgy, I guess is what you say. A little bit stiff upper lip, a little bit stern. But there's this idea of truth and morality to him. And when you turn it upside down, it's replaced with corruption and somebody who does not have the it's sort of like a king that doesn't have the best interest of the citizenry in his heart, and it feels like this guy is somebody who has responsibilities that's just not putting his responsibilities on the right part of his priority list. And I think he might put himself too high up. So I would right now I would be questioning some of the choices you're making relationship wise. Again, this is for entertainment purposes only. Let's see how it's going. Okay, so and you have the Eight of Wands reversed. And the Eight of Wands right side up talks about things going fast, fast, fast. And here you've got the Eight of Wands reversed. And it makes me think that right now, sometimes when things go bad, we don't want to let go. And so we will stay in a bad situation just because there's a part of that situation that we don't want to lose. And basically, what this reading is telling me, Bianca, it's time for you to let go of the rope in this tug of war. Because the universe wants to send you something better, but it can't send you anything better until it's cleared the shelves a little bit. So if you feel like the universe is trying to take things away from you, it's to make room for better things. There's something very good coming your way that you are not even aware of. So let go as you know you should. And do not tolerate lies. Do not tolerate having your moral limits pushed. That's always a bad thing, and I think that might be part of what's going on with you. And don't do something for somebody else that you wouldn't do for yourself. As far as making moral decisions or doing things that are morally questionable. Anyhow, that's what I see, Bianca. Work's going to go good, and if you let go of what's going on in relationship wise, just let go and let go and let God to grab a cliche there. Things will start getting better starting with work. But you got to let yourself move forward. Thank you for tuning in. Who's next?
Well, next we have Chris, but I also want to say welcome to Howard and Cindy and Wink 360. Haunting Live was with us as well.
Oh, nice.
Chris wants to know about his upcoming
Oh, yes.
speaking
Oh,
part. Yeah, Chris
congratulations.
has got a
That's
seminar at
so
the University of
that
Waterloo.
is so exciting, Chris. I hope that you post it on your YouTube channel. If you do, I will promote that. I will tell the viewers about that next week. And I'd like some feedback from you. I was hoping that Haunting Live. I was also hoping that Eva would have made a comment about the ghost story that I told last week. So if you can make some comments. Just to refresh your memory, this was from down south, and you had a house that was still with the original owners, and within the house was were three three ashes, three cremated remains, and the one person felt like there was a presence in the bedroom that would sit and look at her, sit in the chair and look at her to the point where she would kind of say her blessing, do a protective blessing prayer kind of thing and turn the chair around. And, that's just the kind of thing that makes the hackles on the back of your neck stand up. And I understand that because I know what it feels like to be watched by spirit. So in that room, she's got a spirit that watches her, and by turning the chair around, she can kind of put a barrier between her and the spirit. I think that's how it would work. And then the other fella that lived in that house, and this one I found so interesting, a little funny that he woke up and there's an apparition, a nondescript white apparition floating over him, and he wakes up swinging his arms. So he wakes up swinging, and the apparition goes back into the wall. And I still laugh when I think that's a unique response to a ghost. I saw a ghost and punched it out. So anyhow, I would like some feedback from you too on what that could mean. Just so you know, this took place around the Atlanta area, so there's definitely a possibility of Civil War and even Revolutionary War spirits there. Anyhow, on to Brother Medium Chris's question about the seminar at the U of W. Oh my goodness, that's so exciting. Let's see the Northeast Southwest. How will that go? What will that bring him? Okay, so Northeast Southwest. Brother Medium Chris. Okay, so we'll put this one aside. And that one comes from the area of your passion and what fuels you. So nice. There is a moneyed opportunity here. So best foot forward. Make sure you are ready to shake hands and make contacts. Okay, network. That's the word I was looking for. And then the messages that are coming in about it. Okay, so you've got the Four of Coins, and it's the Four of Coins is kind of a miserly card, and that kind of describes it. So you've got a money opportunity coming in, but it seems like it might be a bit small, which I don't know is a good or a bad thing, but you always got to start somewhere, right? Oh. Make sure that you meditate the night before and try and get yourself as calm as possible. Take a long walk after dinner so you tire yourself out physically, and then meditate so you calm yourself down mentally. And I say that because it looks like you're going to have trouble sleeping. And that's the best advice I can give you as far as, getting ready to sleep. Yeah. Make sure that you wear your body and your mind out before you go to bed so you'll sleep. Okay, then where it's headed, where it's flowing. Oh, good. Okay, so you've got the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is reversed. So, we all have, whenever we go into something new, we have big dreams. And it's saying, you know something, it might not be as big as your biggest dream, but it's going to be big enough. So it looks like it is a good start, and it feels like it's something that you can work out, that you can build upon. And let's see what this card is. The Nine of Wands. Okay, so what they may tell you is they won't have another availability until the summer. Don't call them every day, but make sure you touch base with them every now and then, because there might be an opening before that. It just feels like they kind of put up that wall too fast. Okay, so yeah, this is something that could be good for you.
Okay, well, our next question comes from Tabitha Joe, who would like a general love reading.
Ooh, love. Who doesn't love love?
I know somebody.
Who doesn't love love?
Well, yeah, apparently.
Not me.
Oh, no, it's not.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Aw. Yeah.
Look at that wrinkled tablecloth you got there.
I know. There, it's nice and smooth. Oh, nice and smooth. Okay, so
Now that we've kept Tabitha Joe waiting.
yes, okay. A general love reading for Tabitha Joe. And I have a number of cards here. If you guys prefer a different deck, just let me know. This deck right here, I will use by request only. It's a Gypsy deck, and it can be a little brutal. Sometimes it's a little bitchy. So anyhow, a love reading for Tabitha Joe. Love for Tabitha Joe. North, east, south, and west. So you're grounding, your foundation in love. You've got the Nine of Wands. And the thing with the Nine of Wands, it's kind of like sticking, kind of stuck in one place and not moving forward. And in this particular case, I go back to the, in some of the depictions, it's a road weary warrior, a war weary warrior. Say that 3 times, right? So when I look at this as far as love goes, I have a feeling that you're sticking. You might be sticking to a situation that just isn't going to get any better, and I'm wondering if maybe there's maybe there might be drinking involved or something. It just feels like you're staying in one place even though you deserve better. You're sticking to old habits. You need to stop that. Let's see what the messages are for you. But you've been getting messages that love is coming your way. So if new love is coming your way, you kind of got to get rid of old love, right? So no backward steps. And then when we go in passion, you've got the world. The world is everything you want. It's accomplishments. It's, if the reading's about love. So what would the final thing of love is a happy life together, and having that kind of relationship where the sum exceeds the total of the parts. Okay, so let's see, water, where things are flowing. Things are flowing to a new beginning. Things are flowing to a new beginning. Have faith. I think that the universe is going to try and push something away from you, a door that you think has opened up for you. So as the universe pushes someone away from you, let it happen, because they want to bring in somebody new. And if you got the world, well, that is a good new relationship. And it starts with a little temptation. So I like that. I like that. In love, You don't want a lot of temptation, but just a little, just to make it exciting at first. Okay. So thank you for tuning in. Nice to
And
see
that was
you.
a love reading for Tabitha Joe. Next, we have Toyah. But
Hi,
before we get
Toyah.
to her reading, let me tell you about the spa near the tracks where you can go see Sally in person and get a reading from the one and only Queen of Ooga Booga herself. Call the number on your screen, 519-272-1293, to book your appointment. Toyah would like to know what's going on, what's coming her way.
Okay, so Toyah, I haven't taken out my friend Celine Herman for a while. So let's pull out. Toyah says, "What's coming towards me soon?" Oh, we just do it like this. I don't know why they're being stiff on me, but let's loosen them up a little bit.
Soon, that's one of those words that the universe knows nothing about.
Yeah, the universe operates on its own time. Let's do it. Just a general reading for Toyah. Okay. One cut. Okay, Toyah. So you did want to know about what's coming up soon, and sometimes you can be sometimes you can be like Thoreau and march to the beat of your own drums. Sometimes you gotta follow the rules, and sometimes you gotta go along with the program. And that feels like the situation you're in right now. I do believe you'll get your chance, but when I look at this, it's like telling me that you've got, when I'm looking at what got you to this point right here, because this is the point you are right now. And you've got the tower, and the tower in the Lenormand is different than the tower in the tarot. Tower in the Lenormand, it talks about institutions. That's where I get, playing by the rules. I just don't feel like it's something you like doing. So when we get to this point, it looks like in the start, when things started moving forward for you in the past, it was like this supernova, where you get a chance to be that shining star, that stand out. And so that's what success feels like to you. But when we look at the last little while, it's been hard for you. It's been rocky. It's been rocky waters, and I don't think you've been able to find your groove. But when I look at right now, basically they're saying, be a good girl, play by the rules, and do things as they're expected of you. And actually, you're dealing with bureaucracy right now. So something that feels very bureaucracy like. And so it's kind of like right now, play by the rules. Right now, just get things moving forward. The sooner the better. When I look at what's coming up, you have somebody who comes in. And I don't think, I know that you wanted to know about love, but this doesn't feel about love. This feels like life and work in general, because the feeling I get from him is kind of a Dutch uncle sort of person. Kind of guy, where he's older. I think we're talking about boss or manager, but it feels like he kind of pulls you aside and gives you a few little truths in a good way. It's kind of like letting you see a bit of what's behind what's going on, sort of thing. It feels like there's a bit of motivation, a bit of a confidant here. It doesn't feel like being yelled at or disciplined or anything like that. So right now, go along with the rules. Go along with what's expected of you. You do have a mentor. You do have somebody who's on your side more than you think. And when I look at here, it says, give it 2 months. Give it 2 months, and there's going to be a truce around work. Now, I just want to throw a couple cards because I guess, it's because of hearts. You thought it was a love radiant. Of course, Toya's got a lot of hearts. So I'm just going to ask the Lenormand what thinks about love for you. Okay, so I don't know. Love feels it feels well. It's there, but I think you might be in a long-term relationship because right now it feels a little mired down in the day-to-day realities of stuff. Um, you might want to you might want to uh youth that up a little bit, make it a little bit more interesting because I think you're both getting kind of bogged down in things, and that leads to boredom, and boredom isn't a good thing to have in a relationship. And at work, be a good girl, play by the rules. It'll benefit you. Okay, so who's next? Oh, hi Eva.
Howard is next.
Hi Howard.
Howard has a general question.
You see for me.
Next month.
Okay.
Woo, next month.
Okay. April for Howard. I already did the no fooling jokes. I can't do any more April Fool's jokes. Not until next week.
Even then, refrain.
Okay. Howard. What's happening with Okay, so we have that.
Slide those to your left, please.
Blatantly. Okay, Howard. One thing that I see, and this feels like it's going on over the summer, it looks like basically when I look at what's behind you, you've got this is literally called the trees, right? But you think of you can't see the forest for the trees. And there's this idea of see how the hearts are lined up, that one in the middle is kind of being an obstruction. And so I think that what this is saying that in many ways in the past, you've been the kind that you haven't been able to see the forest for the trees. You've been too focused in on the wrong thing, and it feels like it goes from one obstruction to two. So you've managed to not only be focused on the wrong thing, but double down a little bit. But right now, life is kind of putting you through a bit of an adjustment period. So you feel like things are going very badly, but they really aren't. The things that are happening right now to you and the things the universe is taking off your plate is necessary. Very necessary because when I look at what's beyond the current conflict, because that you're just hanging on to some and won't let go and won't let go and won't let go, and you're coming to a point where the universe is going to rip it out of your hands. But then what comes next is this accomplished one. This is a medal, medal like you pin on your chest. This is about accomplishment. And it's also, as you know, I don't know if you know anything about numerology, 44 is a master number. And it's a master number of the number 4. And 4 is about stability and about balance. And well, 2 is about balance more, but 4 is about stability, 4 square. So you're actually moving to a more stable spot. But whatever that pet thing is, whatever that thing is that you don't want to let go of, they're assuring you that the universe will rip it out of your hands. But once you let go of this, whatever it is you're holding on to, you have accomplishment. And I'm just going to put a few more cards on the accomplishment. Tell me a little bit more about it. Wow. Yeah, this is just kind of a reiteration of it. That within the year you're going to be in a position where you again are number one. You've got the idea. You're the guy. You've got these 2 aces, the sun, the prime man, and backing you up are your friends. So it's not this. I feel like when I'm giving you this crepe hanging part of it, I feel like that's I'm getting a feeling of maybe within 2 months. So you're kind of getting a warning. We're going to do it to you. We're going to do it to you. But the good part is that accomplishment. And when the accomplishment comes in, it really puts you on the top of your game. So the universe definitely wants to put you in a different direction than the direction you want to go. Yes, well, it's working out for you. Thank you very much for tuning in, Howard. It's nice to see all of you. And is Cindy next?
Cindy is next, but actually, you know what's next?
Crystals?
Pick a card.
Pick a card.
Pick a card.
I
Crystal
love
therapy cards. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Pick a card. 1, 2, 3. Sally's going to pick 3 cards. You got to decide ahead of time which is your card.
Yes. So everybody can get a little bit of a...
Everybody's gotten a little bit of a reading.
Yeah. But some people are shy. Some people don't want to ask. So for those of you who are watching, they're too shy to ask, this is your chance to get a reading without having to ask for one. So we'll just pick them out like this. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. You pick card number 1. You pick card number 1. Your crystal this week is amethyst. And the word they're giving me is amethyst is open mind. And I can see that amethyst is very much associated with the crown chakra and having that connection to spiritual and healing energy. Amethyst is a gentle crystal that will help you let go of habits of negative people. And when amethyst shows up, this is a good week for you to kind of purge a bad habit or purge a negative person. Okay. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your crystal this week is calcite. And they put down acceptance as part of calcite. But you know what I like about calcite? It's got this shiny quality to its surface, and it looks almost like candy. And so a lot of times when I see calcite, I think it reminds me of candy. So there's always that idea that life can be sweet. Also with calcite, there's that idea of being layered. So there's that lensing and bringing things into focus. So this is a good week for you to bring things into focus. This is a good week for you to be optimistic. Be a glass half full kind of person and see the sweet side of things. Did you pick card number 3? Well, my friend, if you pick card number 3, then your crystal for this week is aquamarine. And aquamarine, the word is letting go with the aquamarine. I've always found that aquamarine is good for spiritual communication. And it's very associated with your throat chakra. So this is a good week for you to make contact with somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. You know, give your mom a call, stuff like that. It's time to kind of open up channels of communication that for some reason you've let shut. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and we are moving on.
Next, Cindy would like a general reading.
Oh, hi, Cindy. Hi, Suzanne.
Sally and I were talking today about kind of videos we gotta make for this channel. Not just live videos, but videos for you guys to watch here and there. If you guys got any wishes, well, let us know.
Dead air. Oh no, not dead air. Dead air is awful. Okay, so Cindy's general reading. And as you can see, I pulled out my Friends of Pamela Coleman Smith deck. See what the pixie has to say. And there's your north, your east. Oops. Put this aside. Your south and your west. So your grounding, you have judgment, but it's judgment reversed. So it's kind of like you might be doubting some of your decisions right now as you move forward, and that's not a good place to be with your self confidence. So don't look backwards. Don't regret the past. Move forward, no regrets. Okay, so let's see the messages that are coming in. Ooh, good, good, good. Okay, so you've got the Seven of Swords, and everybody who knows tarot is looking at me going, "You're nuts. Why are you saying good, good, good?" Because I have a feeling like this is in the area of messages. I think that somebody's deceit, somebody's nastiness towards you has been shown to you, and there's been a light shown on it. So even if this is a hurtful thing going on in your life, know that it's a blessing in disguise. If somebody's lying about you, if somebody's talking trash about you, it's better for you to find out ahead of time than be surprised later. Okay, so we look at your passion, your emotion, the way things flow with you. Ooh, look at that. You've got the world. So whatever regrets you're having, don't have any regrets. You're in a place that's going to give you the world, things that you expect from life. So the direction is actually pretty good, and you have the Seven of Wands and the Seven of Wands reversed. The Seven of Wands upright. It's kind of like that King of the Mountain sort of card, and when it's upside down, when it's right side up, it's about fighting to maintain your position. It's about fighting to get what is to keep what is yours. And when it's upside down like this, it feels almost like you might be quitting on yourself. Don't just people can be shitty, pardon my French, but they can. And somebody's been pretty shitty to you. And it must have really undone your confidence a bit, because right now you're thinking about not standing up for yourself as strongly as you should. Turn that around. Turn that around. Anybody who has said anything nasty about you is not your friend. You should shut them out and kick them to the curb like a bad habit, because you're in a position right now when you should be getting the world. So don't forget to ask for it and stand up for what's yours. Whoever's playing mind games with your self-confidence, they need to be booted to the curb. So the final word here. Okay, so you've got the Death card, which is actually a good card. It's about change, and it's about political change. So this is a card that says you got to change the way you think about yourself and what your rights are and what you're due. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. And who's next?
Next, we have Glenifa, who likes to know about the guy she's going on a date with tomorrow. She's nervous.
Ooh. First date? Oh.
Will he be attracted to her?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that is nerve-wracking.
What's the worst he can do?
Well,
Say no.
the question is, it's not so much as to whether he's attracted to you, but are you attracted to him? I mean, would you go out with a guy would you go out with a really good-looking guy that you weren't attracted to just because he was attracted to you? So consider that. Are you going to be attracted to him? Let's see how it goes in general. Okay. First date. How's that first date going to go? Oh, it's such delicious anxiety, that first date. Okay. Always remember to wear your perfume very, very light. You want them to work. Smell it. Okay, so you're grounding. Well, that's nice. You've got the Hermit, but it's the Hermit reverse. So it's kind of saying that your period of being alone is coming to an end. But they're also kind of reminding you of the things you liked about, being alone. Some of us like it. It's nice to have the quiet. Okay, but well, you're getting the major arcana card, so that bodes well. And as you're coming in, the messages, it's the Empress. The queen mother, the adored woman. So yeah, he's gonna like you. He's gonna like you. He already likes what he sees so far, and he comes into this. Ooh, really? You remember what I said about? You remember what I said about you being attracted to him? He's definitely attracted to you. I'm a little concerned. I had a friend who used to, instead of giving her number, she'd always get the guy's number. Of course, because if you call the home, if he's married, he's not going to give you his home phone number. But look for the signs, like look for a white spot on his ring finger for where ring's been removed. Just little things that might indicate he was married. And I just say that because in the area of passion, that there's a thief. So I think that this is a guy who's going to be really sweet to you, but I think you might be married. Okay, so and as you're going forward, oh yeah, yeah, it's nice to have that, and you will find someone. But this guy, yeah, you're gonna find out he's married. That's okay. Don't quit trying because this is your time to find someone new. So make sure you wear just a little tiny bit of perfume. An ooga booga thing would be put a little tiny bit of castor oil with that as well.
Castor oil.
Yes.
What you mean, Kiffy?
Yeah, but there's nobody that makes Kiffy anymore until I do. But that's the active ingredient. So I'm just saying, go ahead and use that with your perfume. It increases the it helps. Okay, so with this day, enjoy being flattered, but no, this guy he's got a girlfriend or a wife or something. That's okay. It doesn't mean that it's not nice to be flattered, right?
Yeah, be very gentle with that castor oil because I'm picturing the guy necking with you, just sliding off.
I said a little bit. That means a half a drop, guys. A half a drop.
All right, next we have Grace who'd like a weeding for the week.
Oh, hi, Grace. Okay, so back to the northeast, southwest for Grace. North, east, south, and west. You're grounding your reality. You've got the Ace of Wands, but it's the Ace of Wands reversed. So I think you may have had a false start. But it's kind of one of those things. If you have one false start, it's time to keep going with it. Especially this year, I talk about Tiger energy. The year of the Tiger is just such a high energy year, and it's so changeable. No matter what kind of situation you're in, you can change it. Okay, so let's see about the messages that are coming your way. Woohoo! Woohoo! This is for Grace. Okay, so you've got the lovers coming in. That's good. Passion. Okay, and okay, enough with the phallic references. Okay, okay. So Grace, it looks like we may have had a little bit of false start with love, but you've got something really hot and lust-worthy coming your way. Right there, the Hanged Man is in the area of your passion. And any of you at home that want to laugh, go ahead and laugh. Because you got the lovers, you got the Hanged Man, you got the Star getting whatever you want. And you notice how naked the people are. Yeah. I don't see anything about business. When we're looking, how far ahead were we? Oh, for the week ahead? Yeah, the week ahead is going to be about love and sex. I hope that's a good thing.
Hey, maybe you can use that castor oil for lubricant too.
That's one. And don't do it, folks. It's poison, okay? It's okay to put a little bit on your skin, but it's not okay to ingest it.
All readings are for entertainment purposes only, as am I.
And you're so darn entertaining.
Well, Ashika wants to know what's going on in the next 7 months.
Ooh, that's
Pretty detailed. Well, Ashika, what's going on in November that you don't want to know past that?
and that's actually a good question. I wonder if maybe she's getting married in November or something. The next 7 months, okay. But I'm going to take her word for it. That's what she wants to know. So let's show Ashika for the next 7 months. North, east, south, and west. So we start out with your grounding, your reality. Interesting. Sometimes I call this misdirection. And this makes me wonder again if we're planning a wedding or maybe some sort of a family gathering or maybe a birth, but there's something coming in your life over this next 7 months that brings you and your friends together. Because you've got friends in a garden here, but there's also this idea of take everything you hear with a grain of salt. Because you know how things get blown out of proportion when they come through the gossip train. And I think there's going to be good information, there's going to be fun information, and there's going to be misinformation. So check everything twice before you act. And the message coming into the now. Okay, so in the east, the things that are coming into the now, you've got a decision. And I think that you may be sitting too long on that decision because it just feels like you're getting to the point. A bad decision is better than indecision. And I think you may be trapped right now in a period of indecision. So, good Lord, flip a coin and go with whatever the decision is. Okay, so then when we go into the area of passion, romance, the fire, the emotion, you've got the star, you've got hopes and wishes, being able to dream freely. So the star. So you are coming into a period where it's kind of like wishes come true, which again makes me wonder if we've got a marriage here at the end of it, because everything about these cards say, "Oh, I feel so much like a princess," and then you've got your friends around you on their absolute worst behavior. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, actually, the next 7 months seem pretty exciting. I worry a little bit about overspending. You know, whoever this king of pentacles is, he feels like he says, "Oh yeah, I can pay for that. I can pay for this. I can pay for that." And he acts like he's a big rich guy, but he really isn't. And he's somebody you care about. So it's better that you don't let somebody spend quite as much on you. It's be kind in that way. Okay, but the next 7 months look like they're going to be a lot of fun. Don't get stuck in the indecision. No, I don't know.
Next, we have Anastasia, who's looking for a general message from Spirit and what to expect in April.
Okay.
Spirit and general messages generally don't go hand in hand.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just thinking. Okay. I think I'm just gonna stick with the cards. They're talking. Okay, so Anastasia, first off, as far as spirit messages, I'm going to reach for a different deck just because they caught my eye. And I'm going to use the playing cards, which are a little bit different than the cards I would use for the reading, just so we know this is different. This part is not a reading. This part is a message that Spirit has for you. And
those cards are hidden.
Oh, sorry. So, first off, you've got the Spirit worries a little bit about you Um, they're saying that you've kind of gotten stuck in a spot of being wounded, and you're not moving forward the way you need to in life. And when you look ahead, there's this idea of um, the maiden mother crone, the normal, the normal ages of life, and they're saying you're getting a little too stuck here. So be willing to move forward, and yeah, leave things, because you're saying you're stuck and you're not growing the way you should. So that's the message from Spirit. Now I'm going to put that aside. We're just going to do a quick northeast southwest for you, just like I'm doing for everybody else. Thank you, Monica, and I hope you are well too. And of course, we can do a love reading for you. I think you're third in line. Okay, what to expect in this April for Anastasia? North, east, south, and west. And Anastasia, this is a month where you move ahead. And, it's kind of like the decisions you make this month are more about you being happy in your own skin and happy with the direction your life is going. So I think that you may make some decisions that don't necessarily benefit you money wise, but they benefit you soul wise. So east, the messages coming in. Oh, okay. So you've got the six of coins, but it's the six of coins reverse. So when I'm seeing this, and I'm seeing you kind of turn your back on a situation that's been a money situation, I think that you've been made aware of somebody not being as fair with you about the money as they should, which means it makes you turn your back on the situation, which is actually a good thing. If you have a boss that's being less than honest or less than fair with you about the money and the wages, yeah, that's time to leave. And it's wrong to be with somebody who purposely keeps you poor. They say you should feed a horse, only feed a horse enough so that they know they're hungry. That's a crap way to treat a horse, and it's a crap way to treat a human being. Okay, and so then when you get to the passion and the emotionality of stuff, you've got a card of misguidance. It makes me wonder. Okay, so the bottom line is this. When we look at the month ahead, in April, you've kind of got the stay, go kind of decision. And so this is a good time for you to move on. Even if you feel like it's a stupid thing to do, keep in mind this is for entertainment purposes only. But what I see is like that Knight of Swords in the East, he's reversed. And I just feel like it's kind of like being held back and believing what somebody else tells you about yourself. This is about being gaslit. This is about being basically told you're not worth as much as you actually are. And so you've been getting you're in the wrong situation. You're in the wrong place. And the cards are saying, this is time to move on. Not sit there and come up with excuses why you have to stay a little while longer and a little while longer. And it's certainly not to say maybe he's right, because he's not. Okay? So it really is time to move on. And know if he's not being honest with you about the money, what else are they not being honest with you about? Okay, so thank you for tuning in, Anastasia. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see all of you. And Haunting Life Podcast is next. How will things go for April 24th with the vendor show? Okay, so Haunting Life Podcast has a vendor show coming up. Oh, and they've got some really nice merchandise. I'm sure they'll do well. But let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, so vendor show on the April 24th. And you can put down in the chat where that show is, Haunting Live, in case some of the viewers would like to see what you have to offer there. Okay, so one thing they sell that's very nice is a Florida water in a spray bottle. And I really like that because a lot of us live in a place where you can't smoke, you can't use incense, and you certainly can't use smudge or sage. And so with the Florida water, it's just in a bottle and you spray it around in a clockwise motion, just like you would with a sage or an incense. And so it's a smoke-free way to smudge your place. Smells good too. Okay, so north, east, south, and west. The vendor show for Haunting Live podcast. You've got strength reversed, and I worry a little bit about that. I'm going to want to see what the other cards have to say, but there is this worry that maybe this show isn't doing enough advertising, or maybe maybe they're just new, but it feels like they're promising more than they can deliver. So don't count on the crowds being the size that the promoter is forecasting. Doesn't know he's doing as much as he thinks he does. Okay, and there you go. There you go. And the Knight of Pentacles would be the promoter, the one that puts it together, the money guy. And it feels like he's cut corners in the wrong place. My worry is that he's cut corners on advertising, which is absolutely the worst thing you can do. For your own booth, promote yourself as much as you can. I know that he has advertising, but he's falling down on the advertising. Okay. The cards say that for you, it's good for you to be involved with a vendor show, because there's this idea of the people that you meet and the hands that you shake and that whole networking thing. So there's that. So passion wise, accomplishment wise, it seems to go forward. I'm just worried about the money because he starts on a low note there. So how does it end? Okay, so it would be good for you to ask where he's advertising. I mean the promoter, because the promoter is responsible for the advertising. It just feels like he falls down so much. And even though he falls down so much, you're still able to make good from it. Okay, so how the show's going to go, it depends on who you talk to, but you're going to do better than most. Okay, so thank you for asking.
And next we have Monica for a love reading.
Oh, love, love, love. Oh, love is great. Love is grand. See if I can't get these. They're still too new. They don't want to do that bendy thing.
Peter does my back.
I know. Okay. So, love for Monica. Love in April for Monica.
But she's booked up for May.
We'll talk about that in May. Okay. Well, you've got the Page of Wands. So that's good. You've got messages of love coming your way, and it looks like you've got somebody new interested, because the page is young, it's new, it's fresh. So you got something fresh kind of coming into your life. Makes me wonder if you got some sort of a flirtation going on there. It's got that I'm so clever feel to it. Okay, so then the messages that are coming in. You've got the Eight of Wands, but it's the Eight of Wands reversed. So there must be something about love that as you're coming into this period of your life, you're feeling like you've had some setbacks there. Things haven't progressed forward the way you want them to. But let's see how we're doing with your passion. Oh, the passion's doing just fine, girl. And then, okay, so when I look at this and I look at love, you've got something new coming in, and whether he hasn't contacted you in a while, or maybe went on a trip or something, because there's kind of a stall, a break in communication there, even though it's young and all these expectations. He's being honest with you. This is somebody who's interested. And when I'm looking at as you're coming in, and the messages that you're getting, and it feels like in love you're getting like a stop, whoa, that's not moving forward. It feels a little constipated, for lack of a better way to put it. And that goes right along with tribute, because tribute is about moving forward and going to greater things, but paying your regards along the way. uh Whoever's in your life, even though he doesn't get so much of a chance to spend time, communicate his feelings with you, you've got something very new, very fresh, and it feels a little fragile, but it's moving forward as it should. It's just going to take longer than 1 month. But you've got something starting to grow here that I really like the feel of. So don't worry that it takes a long time for this relationship to get off the ground. You've got all the time in the world. Okay. So,
All right, well, we've got time for a couple of more. Suzanne wants to know about the next couple of weeks. Apparently, she's not going to be here next Sunday. That's Suzanne.
oh, Suzanne, we'll miss you.
And maybe wants to know about her friend Chris. She's got feelings, does he? Will it ruin the
Oh,
relationship? Is there
okay.
too much baggage?
Okay, where am I? Where am I?
Oh, hang on.
Okay, so
And Suzanne wanted to know what Florida water does.
Florida water does about the same thing that smudge does. It just puts up a white light protective energy around places. So that's why it's a good thing to use when you can't use smudge. Because smudge is smoke, and sometimes that's not appropriate. In some places. So the Florida water works.
Yeah, you just put it in the spritz bottle and you walk around like it's Febreze.
Yep, just that simple. Okay, so Mimi says, "How does my friend Chris Cerrito feel about me? Because I have feelings for him, but I don't want to ruin the friendship. So I'd rather keep everything how it is. He's a Virgo and I'm a Sagittarius." Oh, Virgo males are such a pain in the behind.
Well, while Sally's shuffling the
Obsessive
cards, let's see
compulsive.
if the wheel has anything to say about this. Wheel of Possible Outcomes says, I'm taking too long to spin for starters. You even need to ask. All right, well, let's see if the cards confirm that or not.
Okay, so you got the priest, you got the Hierophant. So that's actually okay. Okay, so as far as the friendship goes, he's got a lot of religious things happening here. So it makes me wonder if you've got, like the good Catholic boy that has to marry a Catholic girl kind of thing, because the religion plays a big part, and when it comes down to somebody to get serious about. And I think he's in the spot in life, as are you, to start finding that somebody serious. When you come into this particular phase of life, he's already kind of put you at arm's length and said no, and he's going to continue on with that for the next little while. When I see the Ace of Cups, as far as how things are going, what the flow is, you haven't really reached that point yet. You said you're a friend with him. I just want to see a little bit more. Like, this is a major arcana card, so it's kind of like that whole doing the right thing, being the good boy, living the life that he was raised to live is very important to him. So where does that leave you?
You can't see those cards.
I understand. I understand. Okay, so where that leaves you is, you have the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords can be a very insightful woman, but it's reversed. And I think that there are some issues with Chris that you are ignoring and that you aren't paying attention to. I have a feeling that he's already told you a number of ways that he just doesn't feel like this is a good thing, which I know is driving you crazy because you can feel the attraction. We know darn well when somebody's attracted to us. And that I know that's kind of your question, but it's like he's attracted to you, but it's never going to go any further than that. Which I know is confusing. It makes my brain hurt to think about it. So he thinks he loves the time he spends with you. He thinks a lot of you, but it's kind of like because of what's expected of him, he's going to choose, the established norm with his family. So he isn't moving forward. And I don't know what to tell you because ultimately you're absolutely right in knowing that there is a two-way attraction here.
Oh, well, there you go, Mimi. Hopefully that was of some help to you.
He's a mama's boy. Run.
Oh, no. Okay, well, next we have Suzanne for her weekly fix, and I think we're not going to give it to her. That way she'll have no choice but to come back next week. All jonesing for another dose of Queen of Booga Booga.
She'll just send me an email.
Well, I
Which,
know.
by the way, if you want to send me an email, the email address is queenofboogabooga@gmail.com. Ooga is spelled Ooga. Booga is spelled Booga. queenofboogabooga@gmail.com. You go ahead and send those comments to me. I want to hear from you, even Suzanne. Okay.
And if you'd like a reading from Sally in person, call the Spa Near the Tracks in Stratford, Ontario. The number is 519-272-1293. They'll take care of you with all the appointment bookings and directions and all of that stuff. And, they're full service spa, so while you're getting the reading, get some nails done.
Or lashes. She does lashes. I think she does pedicures too.
They have a website too.
Yes, they do.
Just Google Spa Near the Tracks.
Mm-hmm. And you can schedule your appointment with Sally Diane there too.
Woo!
There you go. Okay. I'm going to acquiesce and give Sue. She just wants to know what the week's going to be like. For
Next
her.
2 weeks. Apparently, she's not going to be here next week.
She's allowed. I hope you have a good time at whatever you're doing. Ooh. So when we look at this, I know exactly what this is. This is kind of don't listen to fools and don't respond to rumors. Especially don't respond to something that you accidentally overheard because you didn't accidentally hear it. So don't let yourself be fed information that's going to make you go off on a tangent. And that's what I see right here. So I know who these two are. You know who those two are. No matter what red meat they throw at you, do not take it. When I look at what's going on with you work-wise, which is where your grounding and your reality is, and your passion for that matter, it looks like you've been doing a lot as far as learning the book of business and how things go. So it's not like you've been sitting on your hands at work. You've been learning a lot. You've been picking up new knowledge. You've been picking up new skills, and you've been doing well at that. You are going to get a chance to move forward with that. They're going to keep moving you forward, but this feels like it's sort of a change of location because there's a little bit of worry. Well, how am I going to get along with the next people? Well, you got along with the last people. You get along with the next people. Okay, so you've got the Wheel of Fortune in your future, and it is reversed. But I want to remind you, the Wheel of Fortune. I was going to give you the Italian name, but I forgot it. Oh, anyhow, the wheel of fortune always turns, always turns, always turns. Take advantage of the opportunity directly in front of you. As far as the interpersonal relationship with these two, know that sooner or later the fly on the top becomes a fly on the bottom. It's always turning. It's always turning. So don't take the bait, and know that their day will come. So do nothing about this. Focus in on work, because you've got a move coming up within the next 8 days, because it's got that 8, and you did ask for what goes on over the next 2 weeks. Okay, and wherever you're going next week, have a wonderful time, Suzanne. We'll miss you.
She says she's going to be here next week.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't miss you next week. Okay, so who's next?
That was it. That was the last
That was
reading.
it.
We're all done.
We are.
We are indeed, yes.
Okay.
It's another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live. We're here every 9 o'clock Eastern Time, Sunday nights. And we'll go late if we have to. Generally, we keep it to about 10 o'clock, but we do try to get everybody. If you didn't get your question answered, send Sally an email at queenofoogaboga@gmail.com. And you can also visit her at the website, sallydiane.com. Anything you want to say to close the show tonight?
Have a great week, everybody. Keep watching this channel. We will be putting up some videos this week, and I'll tell you about them next week. Have a great week. Bye-bye.